So, I really want to talk about trusting your intuition, trusting your body. I really want to highlight the importance of listening to your intuition and what kind of is intuition. I want to kind of talk into that and talk about that and talk about, you know, honoring that. Our body has three responses sometimes, which is the fight, flight, or freeze. I'm a freezer. I freeze when situation comes up. I won't be able to speak. I won't be able to really do anything. So I freeze in situations. So start looking at how do you respond when something is happening or a boundary is being crossed. You feel like there's a confrontation going on, or when you feel like you're in danger. Like really reflect and really focus on what do you notice that you usually do when something is happening. And this is very important because learning what your body naturally does and what it goes into will help you become more conscious about what you do going forward when things come up in your life or a situation is happening that you don't necessarily feel safe in. So it's very important to really, I don't know, just to know your body, know yourself in a sense. So like I said, I'm a freezer, and I'm only sharing like my, like how I process things, just in case you may process something similar or it may process it differently, but just to highlight there's different ways to process things. So I would freeze in situations, and then I would kind of like disassociate, like my body would get kind of numb, or I'll tense up, or I just would freeze, like, and I couldn't speak. I couldn't really articulate how I was feeling. I couldn't really put in words. I couldn't put words to what I was feeling, but something was off because my body was alerting me. But at the time, I didn't think that was an alert. I didn't think like that my body was sending me information. And I really want people to know, do not ignore when your body is telling you something. And I'm the type of person sometimes, because I do that, I process things later. So something can happen that was not safe or something disrespectful or whatever the case was. It doesn't have to be like you're in like physical danger, but something can happen that is not good for you. And at those moments, in those moments, I would freeze. I would kind of feel the sensation in my body, but I wouldn't really register what was happening. So I just acted like everything was fine. I would move on and I'd be like, okay, like whatever. But it would take me months or weeks, however long later, that memory will pop up, and I'd be like, wow, that was kind of weird. Wow, I can't believe that happened. And I would just reflect and I could see it. It's like I would disassociate and kind of leave my body because I didn't feel safe. I don't know how to explain it. And so I was able to process it when I was in a safe situation. And I'd be like, wow, that was interesting. Like, and I would process so much later because my body was protecting me in that moment, and I would freeze. Your nervous system is always looking for safety. You know what I'm saying? So if something happens to you, let's say you're in a relationship or you're talking to your friend, and somebody says something that was very triggering, and you feel it for a second, like your body actually responds. That is a cue, right? That is something that you should not ignore. That was a messenger, okay? And that is also your intuition. When you have that gut sensation or whatever is happening, your chest is getting tight, you're feeling like you're not really in your body, those are messages to you. And that is very important to notice in situations, okay? And if you freeze, I understand how easily it is to just kind of like leave your mind to like not really remember, or like hurry up and like try to get past the situation that you're in, to feel safe again. But I really challenge you to really notice your responses, notice how your body responds, and notice what you do with that response, okay? I really want people to know that when you ignore your intuition and when you ignore your body, you're essentially saying, I don't trust myself enough that whatever feeling and whatever emotion is coming up for me right now, it's not really, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't trust that the information that you have been given. Sometimes your mind doesn't catch up all the way. Sometimes your mind doesn't understand that something happened in that very moment. But I'm telling you, bro, listen to it. I swear, listen to it. Because here's what happened. Like I said, it takes me a while to process certain things because I'm always freezing and I'm always like disassociating. So when I'm away from the situation, I have time to process it, and it'll come to me randomly. Like, usually my memory is not good, but when it's something traumatic or something's happening to me that really stuck out in my mind that I kind of forgot and I just kind of like skimmed over, it comes back to me later, and it comes back very vivid, and it's like, whoa, that looks very different from what was happening in that moment. And it was triggering for me because it's like, well, I have to process all of this now. I have to, you know, live through it again, essentially. And that's a very hard thing to do. That's why I say, just give yourself the space, like allow yourself to feel how you feel, and don't try to hurry up and conceal how you feel, or to hurry up to keep the peace, or whatever you're doing it for. Honor your body, honor what you're feeling, because what you're feeling is real. Your body knows, your intuition knows, you know when something is off. But if you continue to ignore that, you will continue to be in situations that you do not need to be in. And I looked it up too, because I was just like, wow, this is so interesting. So let me look up I'm gonna give you the scientific facts of it and not just my interpretation. So what is happening, right? So the nervous system is basically a threat detector. It's the neuroception, right? Dr. Stephan Porges? I don't know how to say that name. I'm so sorry. So Dr. Stephan coined the term neuroception to describe how our subconscious nervous system scans the environment for safety or danger without asking for our logical brain's permission, right? So your body can register disrespect, manipulation, or danger long before your brain finishes making excuses for it. And when I tell you, bro, because this was a feeling that came over me. I did not go researching at first. Like, I literally was like, what is that feeling when you feel something and like when you don't really know what it is, or like it's like you get a little peek at inside of a situation without even knowing the full details of something. I can't explain it to you, bro, but it's definitely like intuition. It's definitely like your body just knows, like you get the information. All right, let's read this part. The gut feeling is literally, the gut is often called the second brain because of the vagus nerve, which directly connects the brain to the stomach. When you feel a threat, stress hormones instantly hit your gut, causing that physical knot or drop in your stomach. This is all scientific, bro. If you don't want to listen to me, go look up the facts. It's real. Like, your body knows it's going to respond. It catches things. So do not overlook that, right? Do not invalidate yourself. And I get it. Sometimes we don't always know how to respond to certain things. Sometimes when you respond, it just happens. I understand that. And I always say, get to somewhere safe, Be safe while you are, you know, getting out of a situation. Do what you need to do. This is not about choosing the perfect response for everything. This is about honoring yourself and listening to yourself. Like, you know when something feels off. You know when something isn't right. So do not tell yourself that that part of you does not matter, because it's there to protect you. You are one with your body. Listen to it. Listen to your intuition. Do not override yourself and your feelings and your emotions. These are all messengers. They're messengers. Don't suppress it. Do not tell yourself it doesn't matter, because it matters. It really does. And I always say everything that I talk about on here, I say it with love. I say it with compassion, because I want us to be safe. I want everybody to feel good about themselves, to feel confident in themselves, to set those boundaries. Do whatever it is you need to do to feel good in your life and secured in your life, in your body. And I'm all about taking your power back. I'm all about speaking up for yourself. So listen to yourself, honor your boundaries, listen to your intuition. It is there for a reason. Okay? And thank you guys so much for watching.